how would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have with us Dr. Fred Rouse from and his company specialized in financial services. So, Dr. Fred, tell us, what are the 5 steps that you recommend entrepreneurs out there to make the first million?
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Entrepreneurs have a very interesting life. Their life is wrapped up in their business. No matter what they say or do, no matter how much family or friends they want, if you're an entrepreneur, your life is wrapped up in your business. Any money you make goes back into your business. You don't think about anything else other than your business. Entrepreneurs tend to have ADD. They don't admit that, but if you talk to any entrepreneur, they're very, very extremely focused on one aspect of their life, their business. They can do other things. They make decisions very quickly, but they're focused on one thing, and that's business. And in order to make money, especially nowadays, other than their business themselves, they really need to look outside of that just a little bit for things that they can control, because most businesses, they really can't control all that well. They'd like to. That would be ideal. If an entrepreneur can control his business, he'd be a millionaire overnight. But it doesn't work that way. It really
So what
doesn't.
would be the first step? What would be the first thing you started all over again? Something that would be the first thing that you will do. The first step.
The first thing is generally focus, and most entrepreneurs are not focused. And I do something called grave to life planning, which changes and upends the whole thing completely. And with grave to life planning, it forces you to have an overview of your life. Now, we're not 20 anymore. And if you're 20, you think in a different way. You hit 50 plus and you think differently, because now half your life is behind you and you only have half left. You understand that. And it gets shorter every day. So if somebody were to put you in a grave today, what would you want them to think about you? What would you want them to say about you? Well, if you can focus on that one thing, then all the rest of the stuff drops off, because you know, in every entrepreneur's life is that not much different than everybody else's life, only they have more things going on. In your life today, and every entrepreneur's life, everybody's nibbling at them. Here, here, here. They want your attention for something. If you're an entrepreneur, they assume that you're rich. You're not. You have no cash flow. You're struggling to have cash flow to pay the bills on a monthly basis. And everybody wants this, that, and another from you. So if you focus on that one thing, if somebody were to put you in a grave today, what would you want them to think and say about you? That one thing. Then all of a sudden, the little things tend to drop off. If you're in business, chances are you're dealing with people.
Yeah. So
People
then
are interested.
step one is gonna be focus, okay? And then once you are focused on in that product and in that idea that you have, yeah. What are the next step? The next step number 2 that the entrepreneur should be doing, yeah. Just expand it very briefly in each step, and then we will cover all of them in a major skills. So, what would be the second thing that entrepreneurs should be doing?
The second thing is controlling your time.
Very good.
Most people do not control their time. I told clients when I was working for years, I don't answer the phone, I don't answer the door. If it's not scheduled, it doesn't happen. When you have that amount of control over your time, then you can focus on what you want to get accomplished at that moment in time. If somebody's knocking on the door, hey, that's fine for them. It's convenient for them. Doesn't mean it's convenient for me. If they're calling me, doesn't mean it's convenient for me to answer their call. If I'm involved with work, I've got this project on my desk at this point in time. I need to do these things. And these other things are of secondary importance at that moment in time.
Yeah. So then and after that, what would be the third step?
Primarily, that second step, the focus on the time,
And focus
on
on
your
time.
time,
Yeah.
and understanding that it's limited. And if you allow somebody else to take your time, you don't lose 5 minutes for a call. Somebody comes in, oh, just a minute. It's not a minute. It's a minute for them.
Never a
But
minute.
it cut you by 30 minutes before you get back
Absolutely.
into your groove again to where you were. So their
Absolutely.
1 minute is fine for them, but it costs you 30 minutes of your time.
Yeah. And then the next step after you focus and you have and you manage your time, yeah, and you
You really
consciously
need to assess what you're doing. Okay.
obsess,
I
yeah.
focus on this problem. I know what I want to accomplish. I've got control of my time. I'm doing this thing. Okay. Now that you've done this thing, did it get you to where you wanted to be? Did you accomplish that goal, whatever it happened to be? If not, now you have to reassess that thing. Okay, do I need to do more of something or less of something else? And then now it's a circle. And you keep going the same circle over and over again, and you get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And eventually, you are laser focused on one thing. You've got it accomplished, and then you can move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Fred, after this step, yeah, what would be the step number four?
Again, you focus, get control of your time, you assess your situation, you do things to solve that particular problem, and then you reassess. Are you closer or further
Big
from
one,
your goal or not? And
100%.
it's a circular process. And as you
Absolutely.
continue the circular process, you get tighter and tighter. And all of a
So step
sudden,
number five, the step number
yeah,
five is reassess, yeah,
you
and
have
then
to
you go,
reassess.
yeah. So Fred, I want to expand in the point that you just shared with us because I think it's really important, um, which is about time. Yeah, I'm telling. I discovered in the early days something that it changed my life forever. Yeah, my first business was in real estate, and we sold over 5 million. Yeah, and when you're in real estate, everybody calls you. It's all about the phone and taking phone calls. Yeah. And something that I was analyzing back then is like all the clients want to speak with me, or the team want to speak with me, or the contractor want to speak with me. Everybody want to speak with me. I'm thinking, these people are gonna kill me. I'm only one.
Only
There
one.
are hundreds of clients, and and everybody want to speak with Harry. So I took a decision. I mean, I decided to put my phone in silence. Yeah, and I hired my manager. Her name was Eva, and I said, Eva, from now you're Harry. Yeah, so my phone is on silent, and because otherwise I cannot work. These people don't. It's not that I cannot work. I won't be able to sleep. They're gonna kill me, literally. They don't because they say no. Yeah, you're only one that want to play with me 1 minute, but this is everybody around. So since then, 17 years after, my phone is still in silence. Yeah. And I survive, and everybody around me also survived that. Yeah. So when people want to speak with me, they send me a message. I use WhatsApp. I use this thing. They want to talk. They call me, call me, call me. I have missed call. Don't take the call. Then they text me, why you don't taking the phone call? I say, okay, what time is it better for you for us to have a call, and we plan the call and then we talk. But we don't talk when you want, because otherwise, exactly like you said, it's priority for them, not for you. And
Not
it
for you.
creates this 1 minute for them, and it creates half an hour for you, keeping you out of focus. So how do you learn to protect yourself, Fred, when you're in business, about these type of things that, I don't know, if we don't have this conversation, no, who's gonna tell you this type of thing? How you will find out that nobody will protect you, and you need to start to build your own defense around yourself, because when you have growth and volume, it becomes dangerous. I think the business literally can kill you if you're not if you don't pay attention properly, right?
Well, the more people you deal with, especially real estate, I did real estate, God, way back when,
Oh my
1979, 1980,
god.
in Wildwood, New Jersey. It was a little, commercial thing for rentals, basically. And it was a summer vacation place. And everybody wants you.
Yeah,
Just because
yeah,
everybody wants you doesn't mean that there's that much of you there. You,
yeah.
you are a limited commodity. And if you train your people as they come on board, then that's okay. I mean, you run real estate, you have office hours. You're expected to answer the phone during office hours. And fine, you answer the phone during office hours. That's my job, is to answer the phone. But as soon as I get you on the phone, hey, I'm glad we're talking. This is important. I want to make certain that we address your needs as much as possible. Okay. In the future, so you can get hold of me and we can schedule the best time for you. Okay. Email me, text me, and we'll set up a time that I know then I can devote 100% of my time and interest to you to solve your problem for you. And all
100%.
of a sudden, they appreciate you a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna make sure that I'm the only person he answers the phone to. That's great. Because when I was on a calls with people, I'm on a call or on a Zoom call or I'm on a call with somebody else, the phone rings, I pick it up, I start it, I stop it. What'd you do? I answered it, I stopped it because they weren't scheduled. I'm talking with you. You're my only priority right now. Nobody else. Unless it's my wife, nobody else is talking to me. Because I've scheduled this time for you. What can I
Yeah.
do for you to help you with your situation?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think and also you can increase productivity if you plan yourself like this, because you can actually you don't get distraction. You already are prepared for the calls, you already are prepared. You can manage your time more effectively if you're doing it in this way. Now the people around you, they're not happy with this behavior. They get upset. Even my own brother, yeah, he still doesn't understand why my phone is always on silent, and he gets so frustrated. And he had taken my phone several times. He's a cybernetic, so he knows a lot about software and whatever. And several times he has taken my phone to see if he can put a sound when he calls me, so I can pick up the phone. And still he hasn't managed to do it for one specific person. And I'm telling him, I cannot, just to get your phone call, I cannot put the phone on the sound for the rest of the world, because otherwise people gonna drive me crazy. They do call me all the time. Yeah.
They always
So
call you all the time. And
yeah.
family's rough.
Eh?
Family's terrible. They're nice. They're your family. That's important. Family is nice. Family's important. Okay. At holidays and birthdays,
Yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah.
good for Sunday dinners.
I'm happy that my
Okay.
bro is in
Not during
business
work
now,
hours.
because when they're not in business, they didn't understand less. But now that they're in business, at least they start to understand a little bit more. Still, they don't get it. Yeah, but the thing is that we have to design processes. Yeah, and this is all about the environment. Let's talk about, you said family. Let's talk about family there, because I don't know your story, but in my family, nobody never has business. Nobody is an entrepreneur. Yeah. So I was the first entrepreneur in my family. Now my brother has a company, which I'm very happy with. Yeah. It's running for 3, 4 years. But I started the whole momentum in the family. Yeah. And it was very interesting. Yes. Because everybody was giving opinions and criteria. Yeah. What I was doing. My mom on the one side, when I want to expand, she was like, "No, don't expand, don't expand." She doesn't even knew what that means, but the word expand, it become. She was thinking that that is his problem for me, so that word she didn't like it. And daddy, on the other hand, like that, which is the greatest dad in the world, like, but that is a teacher, right? So it's giving me business advice without building any business. Yeah. Then a business coach come give me the same advice. I take the advice from the business coach, don't take the advice from my daddy. Then daddy got upset that why I'm listening everybody else but him. Yeah. And so how can I explain that? Like I said, daddy, the issue is that the business coach have higher way on the scale like you, because you're my dad, you love me with everything, but they built businesses before, and now if they tell me the same thing that you're telling me, I had to put more weight in the decision process to support that idea. But if it's I only have your own opinion about this, I cannot take it. I need a second opinion, and this has been the battle of my life. It still is, yeah. But you know
Family is always a joy, and they
so
always want
so
to do the best thing for you, and they want to tell you what's best for them. However, they're not paying your bills. When
yeah,
they pay your bills, then they have more weight in what they say.
yeah.
When
And
they're not, then oh yeah, I appreciate that comment. I'll think about that later. much later.
And then they
Okay.
get upset
And
also
yeah,
when you don't take, you don't get their advice and things like that. How is so for how you handle family and business, Fred? Yeah, or there are more entrepreneurs in your family, so you don't have these colorful scenarios. Yeah, because would be
my
ideal. Imagine
grandfather
that we have
was.
a family that everybody's entrepreneur, that everybody has a business. Yeah, that would be amazing. Would be flawless. You know.
Because
Uh,
everybody would have the same problems. They understand time
yeah,
situations.
exactly. Would be
But
amazing.
most everybody you run across is on a paycheck. Okay. Somebody else is making certain that they get paid. Well, how can you take advice from somebody like that? They don't understand your situation.
The way.
They could be the most well-meaning person in the world, but if they're living paycheck to paycheck, somebody's giving them a check. What do they know? They show up and they get paid. You're an entrepreneur, you showed up. Okay, now my day is starting from blank. What do I do? Nobody's paying me until I do something for them.
And yeah.
So you have to decide and you have to gently let them know, I appreciate it, but when you think back, all the people who give you advice will get really ugly about giving you advice. Okay, are they making more than money than you?
Yeah.
Generally not. It's the people that are below you that give you a hard time. The people that are above you pull you up.
Hmm.
Why do you do this podcast?
Hmm.
You've got tons of money. Okay, but what are you doing? You're helping the other people. You're pulling them up.
Yeah,
Okay,
for
and
the
if you weren't making
entrepreneurs,
money, you'd be telling everybody what they can't do.
yeah, to support the entrepreneurs because we know that it's tough. We know that when we start to become an entrepreneur, we are alone there, and there is no sense of community. And then sometimes you think that you're the only one, and you don't know anybody. And it's a lot of people that we interview already over 500 millions in this podcast, and we never found anyone yet that told me, number one, that Harry, the product that I designed was exactly what the market want. We haven't found anybody yet that told us, no, no, no. For me, it was very easy. I've just created and that's it. I made it happen. Still, we're trying to look for that entrepreneur, that person. Still, we haven't found it. So everybody always say, trial and error, fail, 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 learn from your mistake, develop the skill. This is what we think, right? Entrepreneurs is skill. The more you practice, the better you become. There is this is what it is, yeah. And the practice comes with failing sometimes come with losing money, yeah. Me in particular, I learn very good when I lose money. Yeah, I'm a very good learner. I never forget. Yeah. If you want me to learn something very good, make me lose money, you will see. You get a good
It's a
lesson.
critical thing without a doubt in the world. And people that are on salaries, they don't make mistakes. They don't like making mistakes. They have this little world they live in, and that's lovely. The people making decisions make mistakes because they do things constantly. Now, when you were a little kid, mom told you don't touch a stove because it was hot. Did you ever touch it a second time on purpose? No. It was hot, but you learned from the mistake.
Mhm.
People don't understand. Okay, you get major athletes. Okay, you get major actors, actresses, race car drivers. Talk to any race car driver. How many times did he crash his car? A few times. Okay.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, he couldn't be doing what he's doing. He's got to
Absolutely.
make the mistakes first. You talk to a trader. I mean, I do financial services. I work with retired folks, people who are 50 and older, showing them how to get the cash flow that they need. Because when they're 50 and they're only sitting on $100,000, $200,000, they can't retire with that.
Absolutely.
But they used to live on a paycheck. Well, my system is you learn how to trade, but you do it on paper first. You make all the mistakes on paper where it doesn't cost you anything at all. Only after you've made the mistakes, you prove to yourself that yes, it really works, do you go anywhere near a live account and start trading with real money. If you don't make the mistakes back here, especially on paper, it's going to cost you in real dollars over here.
Absolutely.
So those mistakes are critical.
Mm.
Okay, everybody makes them.
Yeah.
Everybody who's successful makes them. Look at the athletes. Okay, star athlete. He wins a game. Michael Jordan, all his baskets he gets. How many didn't he get? There's a lot that he didn't get. A
Mm.
lot of game-winning shots that he didn't make.
Mm.
He blew them. But because he took the shot, because he practiced, he failed more than everybody else. Because he failed more than everybody else, he got the skills to succeed more than everybody else.
So,
People don't
Fred,
like to fail.
yeah,
They hide from that.
yeah. Let's talk about this and let's talk about trading. Yeah, is trading a skill? The more you practice, the better you become. Because you talk with a lot of people. People say, "Well, this is a gamble. Nobody really knows how to do this. This is just a lottery." And if you want to gamble your money and whatever, go and trade. So if it's really true, or actually, it's a skill set like everything else, and the more you practice, that you become. Because let me tell you something, I find trading for us, for entrepreneurs, I find a lot of benefit about trading. You don't need teams, you don't need people, you don't need to have a pro, you only have to have a common sense as an entrepreneur, and mitigate your risk. And I think it's an amazing solution, especially if the people are retired, and because you don't need to deal with this big operation to make an extra cash. So, what message do you have for these people that say, "Well, this trading is a gamble, and this doesn't work"? Yeah.
You're in business, and you told me that your family is giving you advice. You listen to them and say, okay, yeah, but thanks. Okay. But who do you listen to the advice from? The business coach that you're paying. Why? Because a business coach has been there before. So trading, it's too easy to trade. That's why everybody loses money. I get a phone, I get a phone app. Hey, I can trade $500 in my account. I can trade. I can guarantee you're giving your $500 away. Guarantee you're giving your $500 away because somebody who has spent time learning how to trade knows how to take your money because you're going to make all those mistakes in real time. The experienced trader has already made those mistakes. Now, again, I run a small program. It's by application only. I don't let everybody in. Really only 15, 20 people a month tops.
Wow.
Okay.
Very
That's
nice.
it. Yeah, very, very small. I like it that way. Um, you see the water behind me. That's not, a Photoshop thing. That's a shot from my place in Delaware. I'm right on the water. It's lovely.
Wow.
And there's no people involved. And
Wow.
we show people how to trade two commodities, only two. There's 20. You pick out whatever two you want. But we only do it after hours. Nothing while the markets are open, because that's pressure. And then there's no set market hours. We don't do any day trading because that's no fun either. I'm retired. I enjoy my time. I want to, how do I help get people get, protect, and enjoy their money, their life, and their retirement? Well, if I show them a system, people don't have systems to trade. Well, I think it's going to do this. How do you know what it's going to do? I don't know what it's going to do, but I have a system. You go to McDonald's, they're all over the world. They cook cheeseburgers in a certain way. Every McDonald's does the same thing. You buy a franchise, it costs $1 million plus to buy a franchise, and you're pretty much guaranteed at the end of the year, after you spend all that time in hamburger school, that you earn about $120,000. That's not, in my opinion, a good investment of time and money. But $1 million in to buy this thing, your life is wrapped up in this thing for a year, and you're earning $120,000. That's not much of a return.
No.
Where if you trade with no people, you learn a system, okay, you produce the same results all the time. People don't
100%.
have systems when they trade. Well,
100%.
this sounded good, that sounded good. Well, if it sounded good, then you probably shouldn't be doing it because you didn't test it out. It's not a system. It's somebody said that it sounded good. Like looking for the next hot stock tip. I didn't know it's going to be good. I've got no way of knowing. And I'm old enough to understand that I don't know what's going on. So you have a system. It took me 10 years to develop my system. It took me
Wow.
$350,000 in 10 years. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's very impressive.
Well, it's not impressive. It's just work.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, but it's delivering it's clearly with the developing this skill, right? Because if you know, there's no way that no one can develop a system. You don't have enough time to actually build it, right? You have to
Remember,
be developing
it's
the
based
skill,
on
right?
mistakes. It's based on mistakes.
Absolutely.
Okay. I took I was a respiratory therapist for about 10 years or so. I got married, gonna have a kid, need some extra money, gonna go into financial services. I didn't know anything about financial services. They hand me a stack of books, study, take your test. Oh, now you're a financial planner. Okay, my clients knew more about money than I did. So that didn't work. I needed to find something about money. I went and got in a certified financial planning program. It took me 5 years to finish that program to get the designation.
Wow.
And they said, over a period of time, 8, 10, 12% is what you're going to get. And you shave a percent or two off their taxes, and everybody's happy after 30, 40 years. Well, I'm about a year into the program, and I happened to do a trading course. Well, this was interesting. Now I'm getting 20, 30% a month. Not 8, 10, 12% a year, but 20 to 30% a month.
Mm-hmm.
I took a $5,000 trading account. I rounded up to $2 million in just 2 years. I thought I was a
Wow.
genius. $5,000 to $2 million in 2 years. I said, I'm good at this. I can double this now. No problems. Boom. 6 months. Lost $2 million in 6 months.
Wow.
You do not lose $2 million in 6 months. Say, oh, the sun's up. It's a great day. No, it's not, you stupid shit. What the hell's wrong with you? You lost $2 million. You thought you knew what was going on. Because I knew the market was going to go here. The market didn't know that, though. Didn't care what I thought. The market does, regardless of what I think. But it took me 10 years and
To read.
$350,000. And I bought everything I find in commodity trading because the leverage is so good. If it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you make money. Unlike stocks or options, you buy it here and you wait for it to go up and hope it goes up. No, commodities. Okay, I can get $30,000 worth of commodities for $1,500. That's a lot of leverage. And if you're only there for 4 days and you're only risking between 3 to 5% of your account on a trade, it's hard to get hurt. And again,
Mitigating your risk. It's all
by a
about
lot,
um,
by a lot.
and
Yeah,
a mindset, right, Fred? And
because we always follow the same process. I mean, I've seen other traders and I've had students who come through my program and they start making some trades and they start making some money, as they should. And then all of a sudden they think they know something and they start doing other things
and they become
and they lose
aggressive
money
and they start to do different things, right?
and they lose money. And then the system didn't work. Well, the system was working fine when you used it. You did other things that you weren't supposed to do. You started putting more money in, and you can't put more money in. You only put more contracts on as your trading percentage increases. At 70% winning trades, you're only trading one contract at a time. That's it. When you're up to 75%, then you double up and do two. When you're 80% winning trades, then you do 3 to 5. Not before. If you're just starting out trading in your first year and you go and you put $15,000, $20,000 into a trade, you're giving your money away. Nobody in their right mind is going to tell you to do that. I don't tell anybody to do that. Okay,
So, Fred,
your
do you
trading
think
account
that in
shouldn't be
the
any more than
first
ten
year,
dollars.
in the first year of trading commodities, you think that the maximum that a beginner, how much a newbie should put in the?
If they've got a system, they've already proved to themselves, then $5,000 to $10,000 top should be it. Not a dime more. They should never have to put another dime in. Now, I talk to traders also. Some traders went into my program. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, but if what you were doing was making money, you wouldn't be talking to me. Life is relatively simple.
Yeah.
Most traders are 50-50 traders, and you pick up anything on trading and you always let your winners run and cut your losses. They say that all the time. Well, if you're following that strategy, not a system, it's a strategy, it's an idea, then that means that you're a 50-50 trader. Half your trades are winning trades, half are losing trades. I have a hard time sleeping like that at night. Okay, my students with my system get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 winning trades in a row before they have a losing trade.
Wow.
When they have a losing trade, they don't lose much more than they had in a winning trade. They sleep really well at night. I like sleeping at night.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. And so, Fred, it's all about the mind more than a trader. It's all about developing the mindset of the trader, right? To get to to mitigate your risk and don't risk more than you're supposed to, right? Because in the end of the day, I mean, I'm an engineer, I'm studying chemical engineering. So at the end of the day, these graphs are based on mathematics, and it's a mathematical graph what you see in the trading, right? There is something math that called probability, right? So you can never be wrong or right, but there is a probability, yeah, that studying certain behavior, the pattern can have the probability, highest probability, that continue doing one pattern or the other one, and it's all you, because it's always a probability to mitigate your risk. That correct?
Sort of along those lines. And that's what standard trading would do. And they're trying to recognize patterns and things. I don't do that because I get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 winning trades in a row. Other traders don't do that. Other
Wow.
traders are looking for these chart patterns. And this looks like it could be this, it could be that. I have two lines. If they don't cross, I get the day off. If the two lines cross, I put a trade on. Go down
Wow.
trading checklist. That's it. Two lines cross, I go down trading checklist. Never changes. Same process all the time.
Wow, that's
Took me 10 years to
amazing,
develop
Fred.
the system. It's been working since 2008. Not one losing year from 2008 to today. Triple
Wow,
digit returns
that's
every year.
spectacular.
Triple digit returns every year.
That's spectacular. That's fantastic.
My
Yeah.
chart time is maybe 3 minutes a day is all I spend looking at charts. 3 minutes.
Three
I
minutes a
got
day.
water to look at. I got a wife I enjoy spending time with.
Wow,
Okay.
3 minutes a day. That's very impressive. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's for me. I've been doing it since 2008 now. Now,
absolutely.
students or new students, maybe 15 minutes a day until they get the hang of it. And then they start to cut their time back because there's only two reasons for a trade to go bad. Once you know what they are, you don't do that stupid shit again. It's okay.
Yeah, there is no. So I think that Fred, the trading is a great vehicle, especially this type of trading that you do in commodity trading. It's a great vehicle for people to when they learn, yeah, to people to have an income, right? Which is something that it us we own business before, and we own businesses now. When the business, in order to get the returns, letting about property, yeah, the investing in property, you have to be very good property investor to triple your money, yeah, to do 3x. 9x, I don't know. Never seen something like this in property. So the return that you can get in commodities, also in options, is huge, no?
Options, not so much. I don't like options. You generally lose money with
Why not?
options.
Tell us why you don't like them.
Options have a time frame. You put an option on today, you buy an option, it withers in time, okay, and the value of it drops off every time. Now, if you have stocks you want to sell options on, that's one thing. But then you need a lump sum of money to have the stocks to begin with. Here, $5,000, $10,000 in your account, you buy two commodities. You buy them and you sell them. $5,000 in the first year of trading, you should see easily somewhere between $30,000 to $50,000 in profit. $5,000 in, $30,000 to $50,000 out in the first year. In 3 years, we scaled it out to about $250 a year. The same
Absolutely.
$5,000, you only put $5,000 in once. That was it. The rest of it is just profits as they build. So it's under your control. There's no people involved. Low risk. You're only there for 4 days. You're only risk between 3 to 5% of your account in any trade. There's no people. Totally under your control.
I think it's brilliant.
Life is good. And it's the same process over and over again. It never changes.
So beautiful, yeah,
When you
yeah,
follow a process, it always works. I
yeah.
don't know what the money's going to be, but I know what the process is.
And so what message do you have for people that think that it's too good to be true?
Everybody always thinks it's too good to be true. Okay. And I post my trades.
You
Every week I post the trades.
and
There's nothing to hide. Here's my numbers. Where's your numbers? And financial planners don't like me. They don't like me at all. And that's okay. I understand because they don't understand commodities. And if you talk to any financial planner, they say the same two things. It's too risky, you're going to lose all your money. Okay, not a problem. Here's my 1 year returns. Where's your 3 and 5 year returns? From 2008 to today, not one losing year. Triple
Wow,
digit returns every year. Not 100%, not 200, but 3, 5, 8, 900% returns every year.
that's
This
spectacular.
is a bad year for me. I'm only up to about 750 right now.
Wow,
750% return on a $5,000 account.
spectacular.
It's
Spectacular.
okay. I like the thousands of percent returns.
Well,
So most
you
of the time
guys
I get a
speak a
thousand percent.
language. You like it's you're speaking a language from another planet. You know, with the return that people when they invest, you know, in the property or you put the capital somewhere else, you know, there is nowhere near these returns what is available there for everyone, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
and real estate's a very rough game. You need a
uh,
lump sum of money to go in. It's tied up for a long period of time. You get tons of people involved. Plus, the municipality is always a joy.
oh yeah.
Always a joy. And
It's
then
a
you
lot
got
of fun.
tenants. And if you try and flip the place, then you got all these contractors. And they do shoddy work. And then you got to go inspect them. And it's just aggravation. And all said and done, you flip your property, you bought it for 50, you sold it for 150 at the end of the year, and you feel you're great.
How much you make?
And how many hours did you put into it? And
How
what did you
much
actually
you
earn? Yeah, maybe 15% if you're lucky.
make?
Maybe. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was there before. It's no fun. There's easier ways.
Yeah, I'm
If somebody
probably
got a lump sum of money, it's great. You go for it. You have your money doing things, you have somebody else manage it. But as soon as you have somebody else manage it, remember that nobody watches your money like you do.
probably
Nobody does.
yeah, probably Fred because you've been there and done it before, yeah. Um, um, the property or the whatever, you're always looking for better ways, right? So I think that if you don't have the bad way of the beginning, you will be never looking for a better way, right? And
Again,
and
with
to have
property,
this
you got to
mentality
make the
of this belief,
mistakes.
yeah,
You
I
got to
applaud
make the mistakes.
you.
What
Yeah,
contractors can you hire? Who's going to do a decent job for you?
yeah,
And you know which one. Oh, that's a bozo. I don't want him anywhere near my property again. He busted my chops before. He took forever a day to get the job done. It should have been done in a week. He took a month. I can't have my money tied up like that. You've been there before. He's off the list. Bang. Okay. Who do you find? But you have to go through these bad guys to find a few people that you can actually work with. And
I
real estate can be a system.
mhm.
It's a slower system, but it is something that you can control to some degree. But there's so much out there that you've got no control over. It makes it no fun. And
I
do you sleep
applaud
all
you,
that well at
Fred,
night?
for the day that you look at into this, right? Um, you say, well, I'm gonna try it because it's difficult, when you doing your property or whatever, and then you got your return, and then you work really hard for it, yeah. And now somebody present to you a different vehicle that is actually easy, and you get bigger return, and you were brave enough to see, oh, okay, I want to embrace it, I want to learn, and I want to make it happen. Where, from the mindset point of view, yeah, it could be very easy for you to say, "Oh, this is too good to be true. I'm not gonna. This is not gonna work. I know how to work hard and make 3 times my money in property or whatever. Um, this vehicle that somebody presented to me, I don't believe it or whatever. But rather than that, you were open to, well, um, maybe you just say, okay, I'm gonna jump into this, and you do have the capacity to learn, and you really believe that that you can find your own pattern and your own system that work for you, and now you're winning spectacular, which is actually very impressive. Yeah,
I'm happy with it, but it took me a while to do it.
yeah. That's the other
10
thing.
years is a long time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, ten
$350,000 out of
years,
pocket
10
is no
years,
fun.
10 years and 2 million down. Yeah.
And 2 million, and then $350,000 on top of that. Okay, out of pocket to figure out what actually works or not.
So what do you think, Fred, that at the beginning you started and you made the 2 million, yeah?
Yeah,
What went wrong?
I thought I was a genius. I thought I knew what was going on.
Well, you clearly were a genius because in 2 years,
Ah,
uh, You grew it.
Somebody else had part of his system. They had part of
Like,
his system. And it was stressful. It was very stressful.
so what do you
Okay.
think was the issue that you haven't fully developed your system, and that's why you took the hit?
I was using somebody else's system, big
Ah,
quotes, that wasn't necessarily a system. It was more of a strategy. And I lucked out, and their strategy worked when the market went up. When the market went down, their strategy didn't work anymore. But I was still following it. Surprise.
without
Didn't matter what
realizing.
I thought. The market tells you what the market does. Dr. Fred doesn't say a damn thing because the market doesn't listen to me. I'm just sitting on the outside edge and say, oh, yep, that's what it's doing. I'm just taking a little bite. It's going that direction, fine. I'm taking a little bite. It's going that direction, fine. I'm taking a little bite. Just a little bite. All I want. And a system that does the same thing over and over and over again. And when you do that, life is simple. And again, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 winning trades in a row, I get to sleep at night really, really well.
Absolutely.
Are other people making more money? Probably. But most people I deal with, people that work for a living, $300,000 a year is nice money. They can be pretty
Absolutely.
comfortable with that. And if you need more than
Absolutely.
that, not a
They
problem.
can take the grandchildren to holiday. They can do a lot of things.
Yeah, most people, 250, 300 a year is pretty happy. I got one student making $30,000 a month right now. $30,000 a month. Started with a $5,000 account. I got one woman, she's doing 85 to 90% winning trades. Only been with me for about 3 years or so. So
Wow.
it's not that difficult to do. You just have to commit to doing a process. If you think you know more than a process, hey, we're not going to get onto it together all that well. And that's why I screen everybody. Nobody can buy the system online. Okay, by application only. We sit down, we have an hour call at least. And you can't buy it on a call. Okay, we just chat. I want to see, this is none of that. Oh, well, we're nice here, and I want your credit card number at the end of the call. No, I don't do any of that nonsense. Okay, what's your situation? What have you tried? Okay, can I help you? This is what my situation is. This is how I help. Do you think this is going to work for you? Fine. Okay, I think we might work okay. Here's a link. You can go get it from here. But that's it. Nobody can buy on a phone call. It makes life easy.
So
And
if
they can
someone
talk to
is
me. I can talk to
interested,
them.
Fred, in what we're talking about, and they want to learn more from you, how the process work, how can they find you?
My site is easy to find. It's drfredrouse.com.
Dr.
And that's
Fred
the easiest
Rouse.
way to find me. Yeah, drfredrouse.com.
Yeah,
FredRouse.com.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I think that so what message, last message do you have for all traders out there, that this philosophy that you're sharing with me, which is, uh, just take small bites, yeah, and don't risk yourself too much in the process, yeah. So what message do you have for traders out there that they face the process, the market really aggressive, and also again, like you said, they're following some strategies that they're not 100% validated, and if the market makes shift and they're not able to see it, they can get hit really badly. So, in your experience, what message do you have for?
A strategy is not a system. A system stands by itself. I can get 10 of my students in 10 different cities looking at the same chart. Every single one of them comes up with the exact same numbers. That's a system. If you can't get 10 different people look at the same chart, come up with the same numbers, you don't have a system. So that's important. And the grade of life planning is really, really critical because money is easy to get. People don't think it is, but there's always more money. There's only so much time in your life. What are you going to do with your time? What's important to you? Okay, that idea of greater life planning. What do you want to have accomplished when you die? What do you want left behind? Okay, people like me, they don't like me. I don't care. But when I die, I'm going to have a string of normal middle class working people out there making money with this trading system. Because now, okay, I've got something they have, they can pass on to their kids and to their kids. They can get intergenerational wealth by doing something like learning a new skill today. But you have to have that overview, that 30,000 foot overview. When I go in the grave, What do I want to leave behind? And all of a sudden, the little idiot stuff drops off.
And with that note, yeah, we're gonna end up our broadcast. And for all of you following this broadcast on Unstoppable, see you in our next episode. How brave entrepreneur life, Fred, break that wall and achieve the first million. Bye for now.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.